Welcome back to this tutorial series. My name is Harry, and today we'll be going through some bone rigging in 3ds Max. So to start off, we want to go into Animation, select Bone Tools. I had already had it open, so I'm just going to select that again. Bone Tools, this should come up. I'm going to move this over here, go over to our top view here. Make sure that we're in Local and use Pivot Point Center. And then we're going to go Create Bones and have our snaps on so that we can snap to this grid. This will allow us to control this bone rig more successfully. We'll just press Escape once we've got our desired amount of bones. It'll create this little foot here at the end, which is fine. What we're going to do now, though, let's go over to our perspective mode. And you can see here that we've got this 3 bones and a foot, or the final foot, or the final bone. Well, 4 bones really. And if we open up our tools and go over to our Scene Explorer, I've already got it open over here. We can see the bones here. So like bone 1, bone 2, bone 3, bone 4. And if, as we move each of those, we can rotate the whole thing. If we just rotate the middle one, we'll get anything after that. And then the third one, we'll get anything after that. And then the same with the foot. Just undo that all. What a cool thing about this though is that if we make sure that our local, our rotation tool is set to local and we're using the pivot point center, if we double click on the first bone, it'll rotate the whole thing, which is nice and cool. Also super useful. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to animate this bone rig. What we're going to do now, we'll come over to the top view again, Alt W, and down the bottom here we have the animation toolbar. We have the animation timeline. So as you go along, this is the count of the frames per second. Sorry, the amount of frames. And if we go over here to the time configuration, we can click on this. We have all of our animation settings in relation to its time and length. At the moment, it's set to 30 frames per second. I'm not going to change it because we're not really going to do anything with this animation at the moment. This is just to show you how to use it. So I'll just go OK. We can also, actually before we do that, we can extend the length of the animation so we can add more frames. Yeah. I'll just add 50. Okay, so now what we do is we start it. So we set this to auto and everything, all the display should start turning red, which is cool. So this is set to auto. So as I move this along and as I make changes here, it will record those positions. So I'll just move this along here, say the 30 seconds, which is 1 second, because 30 frames per second. So if you divide that up into 1 second by these markers, you'll get the amount of, you can work out quickly how much time the animation is going to run for. So we'll just rotate the whole rig. I'll rotate this part a little bit, rotate this one a little bit, and then I'll move this along. So as you can see here, it's created a memory. So if I go like this, so this should move to those positions. And if I keep going, I'll probably rotate this a bit more. Do that again. Can I have the arm kind of throwing a punch? We'll have this rotate. Oh, not that way. And we'll probably come over here, rotate this rotate this one out. I'll show you rotate this one here. Like that. Keep going to 90. All right. So if we press play now, this should move there. And if we select on this, we can select that memory point, and then we can copy and paste it. We go copy. Oh, that's actually copied the thing. Right. So all right, we're just going to delete that bone there. We don't need that. So yeah, that's how you animate something very quickly in 3ds Max. Okay, so in this video, we're going to show you how to automate a bone rig and also add a skin to it. So in the last video, you saw me rotate each individual component as the for the animation. But what we can do is we can go into create, into helpers, go to the drop down of manipulators and pull in a slider like that. And if we go like this, we can edit the length of it and that sort of stuff. And like the last video, what we can do is set up some wire parameters with the bones so that they can rotate in relation to this slider. And what we'll do that now. So we'll go to animation, we'll open up our wire parameters dialog box. What we'll do is we'll refresh this, and we'll have transformation. We'll go objects. Well, the value will be the slider, and then if we go to bones, we'll grab the first bone, and we'll go the XY position, and we're going to go on the Z position. Because this circle here, if we select out of it, whoopsie daisy. Sorry, we won't be using the position, we'll be using the rotation. And then what we'll have to do is change this from degrees to radian, because the value of the slider will be in degrees and 3ds Max works in radians. So we'll do that now, degrees to rad value, and then we'll pick a relationship. So there we go, like that. So if we grab this, we've got to connect it. So if we go like that, it should move. We're going to add a negative value to that. There we go. Oh, no, we won't. I think if we swap these two over, it will have it on the original side. So what I'll do is I will select this. Oopsie daisy, don't want to do that. Select this one. No, we don't want to save the wire parameter changes. So we'll grab the slider and we'll go value. Oh, whoops. No, I'm going to go. We'll have the slider on this side. Select the Bezier float, the value, and then we'll come over to bone 1, and then we'll grab that one. Rotation. There we go. I go update. So now this should. Oh, never mind. That just did the same thing. So now we'll have that same transformation, and then we'll grab refresh this. We'll go to bone 2, and then transform, rotation, Z rotation. So the value will be also degrees to radian. To rad value and connect. So now and if we go a negative value on that one, there we go. So it's also hinging at both joints.